Hey, good evening. I'll be in for Mike Pintek tomorrow from noon until 3, so I wanted to take a look at some of the headlines to give you an idea on some of the things that I'd like you to call in and talk about on the program. We'll be in open talk the entire 3 hours. John Kelly appeared today at the White House. The last 24 hours, the administration had been consumed with a he said, she said fight over what the president said to Maisha Johnson, the widow of one of the 4 American servicemen killed in an ISIS ambush in Niger. Florida Democratic Representative Gretorico Wilson, in an account backed up by a family member, said the president had told her, meaning Maisha Johnson, he knew what he was getting into, a phrase that deeply upset her. The president insisted the call was polite and respectful and that Wilson wasn't telling the truth for partisan reasons. Enter John Kelly, a 4-star general who is widely respected. His son Robert was killed in Afghanistan in 2010. He gave a moving speech on how soldiers killed in action are transported from the field of battle to their homes. Really powerful stuff, according to the CNN article that I just read. It made even more sense that it became powerful when he talked about his firsthand experience with the death of his own son. He then proceeded to talk about the president's actions. He went on to talk about General Joseph Dunford, the chairman of the Joint Chiefs of Staff and former commandant of the Marine Corps, that he had told him when Kelly's own son died, quote, he was doing exactly what he wanted to do when he was killed. Kelly added of the president, he expressed his condolences the best way he could. Meanwhile, President Trump said his administration was 10 out of 10 as far as the response to Puerto Rico following the hurricane. George W. Bush, the former president, said today that bigotry seems emboldened in the modern U.S. He also warned that America needs to accept globalization and reject white supremacy. He criticized the governing class without mentioning the president, Congress, or any other specific politician. He said all of this during his speech for the George W. Bush Institute. Sports news. Last night, Yankees defeated the Astros 5-0 to take a 3-2 lead in the American League Championship Series. Meantime, Chicago stayed alive with a 3-2 win against the Dodgers. Dodgers lead the series 3-1. Tonight, Clayton Kershaw can finish off the Cubs in Game 5 of the National League Championship Series at Wrigley. And Thursday Night Football, CBS television, courtesy of the NFL Network. The Oakland Raiders at the Oakland Coliseum play host to the Kansas City Chiefs. Folks, tomorrow, noon until 3 for Mike Pintek. Join me on News Radio 1020 KDKA. Good night.